Hello there, welcome back. Today I'm going to look at a very strange, underseen film. So which means this video is probably going to get 3 views. Right, it's called Schizopolis. It's a Steven Soderbergh film. There you go. This is a Criterion DVD. I don't think it's been released on Blu-ray yet. It's very hard to get hold of over here. I think the only thing you can get over here is a DVD of it. Because I saw it years ago in Love Film. So I finally managed to pick up this Criterion. It's a Region A, Region 1, so you need a multi-region player to play it. You get some commentaries on it and some deleted scenes. It's a nice little package. The transfer is nice. It's good for a DVD. And it's hopefully you could get it at a decent price if you're living in Britain. If you're in the US, it's been out for ages, so there's a good chance that it's easy enough to find, I assume. It's a wonderful film. It was made by Soderbergh, following Underneath and following like a few bombs after Six Flags of Videotape. This is just the film he made just before he had his return to successful films with Out of Sight and then Erin Brockovich and the Traffic and Oceans films and things. When he went in a role for years where he was making film after film. This was kind of the film he made just before that. But according to him, I think he made Grey's Anatomy at the same time. But according to him, this was a really important film because he'd become very formalised and in his film before this, Underneath, he said it was a failure because he was trying to be formal in a way that wasn't natural, and it became a problem for anyone watching the film. It wasn't working anymore. So he did this to get him to do a more elusive form of filmmaking and see how that would work for him. And it worked fine. He found out what he needed to do so he went back into the mainstream. He could do films that were looser and the more commercial and it'd be easier to take for the audiences. But this one's not easy to take. This is sort of like in the kind of Soderbergh stuff that I really like Bubble, things like that, where he's doing a really strange film that can only be made because he's a big successful director. You would never get the budget for this, for some of the weirder films he makes sometimes if he hadn't done other big films. But this one he made on his own. I think he paid for it himself. It's low budget. I think he shot some. I think a lot of people went out with his friends. The leading lady is his ex-wife. And the girl playing his daughter has his daughter. So it's very much a personal project. If you read the book he wrote when he was interviewing Richard Lester, Getting Away with It, this was the film he was working on at the time of that book. And this is quite interesting to have you read that and seen the film, because it's a film he's trying to get into festivals at the time of writing that book, and it was quite interesting to see where his mindset was. So the film is about... The film actually feels like it could get made today and it wouldn't change much, because it's about like film of dislocation. If you live in the kind of modern first world, where you're in a job, you probably don't like it very much, you're insecure, you're going to get fired, you're not quite sure about the people around you, what they want, and everything feels very dislocated to you. It's like the world feels dislocated. That's what the film was about. And the narrative split into 3 people. 2 of them played by Soderbergh himself. So you start off with a guy played by Soderbergh, who's a guy who writes, he works in his office that promotes this guru, this self-help guru, who goes around telling people how to solve their problems. A kind of Scientology type of thing, but not. It doesn't say it's Scientology, it says it's one of those kind of New Age religions that have sprung up. It's probably like 5 or 10 years old or something, this one, and it's slowly gaining prominence. And he's having to write a speech for... The speech writer has died, he has to write a speech for the guru, who no longer writes a speech, no longer does anything. And he has to write a speech, and an inspirational speech, and he is feeling dislocated. In the first third of the film, you see it from his point of view, where every bit of dialogue is either stating the point, like saying stuff like unimportant announcement or generic greetings or something. And the only time you ever hear anything beyond that is when he's thinking to himself and talking, or someone's talking as if what he thinks they're saying to him, rather than what they actually are saying. It's like him imagining what they really mean, and him speaking as if what he'd say if he'd been truthful. And it shows the dislocation of this character. He cannot interact with his wife, he cannot interact with his family. He's just completely disconnected from the world. He just has no clue how to live his life. Then he finds out his wife is having an affair, which is not a surprise to him, but he still is interested to see what the hell is going on. So he goes to find out, he goes to see where she's having an affair. It turns out she's having an affair with someone who looks exactly like him, this dentist. Of course, the trick of it is, he probably doesn't, it's probably just in his head, but it allows Soderbergh to play this other character as well, who's also disconnected, but he's disconnected in a different way. He's just over emotional, he's predatory, he's just very entitled and oversexed, and he's kind of like of the first character that Ed, he's like the ego, and he's functioning as a dentist, and he's having these affairs, and then one day, after telling the wife of the first character she can leave her husband and move in with him, he falls in love with this other character who looks exactly like the wife character, played by the same actress. And it sort of plays around the idea that you're always moving on to someone else who's pretty much the same as the person you've just left. That's like the whole joke of the whole thing. People are having all these dramas, but they're not moving on to anything new, it's just the same as before. And then finally, he makes a massive error, and he ends up getting accused of basically being a sexual predator, which is quite funny. And then finally, we go to the third part, which is you see the whole thing again from the wife's point of view. So you see the film 3 times, so you see certain scenes 3 times, but you see what people are saying, whatever everyone's hearing through those same dialogue scenes. It's always different, and then eventually you get to hers. You get her point of view, how everything's sort of dislocated and nothing's working for her. And she ends up having to compromise and go back to the husband, and even though that probably won't last. So it's a whole movie of a dislocation, and the plot doesn't matter, it's all about dislocation. You have all these different side characters that are all dislocated and unable to move on, and you have all these characters who have expectations of life that hasn't been met by anything in life. It's just life's a disappointment to them. But it's just the way the modern world is. It's like you expect everything to be great for you because you have all these things, and then when it's not great, it's wondering why is it not great? What's the problem? And the problem is you. That's the problem, really. The problem is what's going on in your head. Like, everything's fine for people if you have the right attitude, and a lot of people just don't. They expect things. They expect the life to deliver in certain ways, and it doesn't. It's just a disappointment to them. So that's the film. Is this sense of a dislocated world, a dislocated people. People try to find meaning in their lives, but they're not able to. They're not able to go beyond their own psychosis. And it's all about a society that's looking for quick fix answers. And some people are actually okay with life, and they can move on, they can change, and they're fine. And other ones are really struggling because they're so stuck in their head that they can't really, get on with anything. But even the people who seem sane, they might just be good liars. Everyone's kind of screwed up in it. It's always the idea of what you think other people are thinking isn't really what they're thinking. And you're attaching meanings to everybody based on what your needs are. And that's why you give it 3 sections, and they're all kind of orbiting this self-help guru who's spouting nonsense. And the person who writes the speech is the speechwriter's the most psychotic of them all, and he's obviously a liar, but that's how the speeches are written. So it's a wonderful film. It's very interesting, very different. Kind of interesting how he went from this to Out of Sight, which is a very romantic film, in for about a year or so, but it's quite intriguing how he went from one to the other. But it's just different focuses. But this one's does feel like a get out of your system movie. Something get out all this stuff out of your system so you can move on and do something healthier. Is that feeling of a movie? So it's obviously it was low budget and it was done with friends and it was shot rough. But it really works and it's really a worthwhile film. So if you like something's a bit different, I would recommend this highly. I don't want to say any more about it because I'm trying to avoid telling you details of all the little things that happen. I'm just trying to give a general idea of what the film is. Because it's one of those when the plot doesn't matter. Because everything's set up very early so you can figure out where it's going to go. It's just how it goes there and what the weird details are that's really important. So I hope you enjoyed this and I hope to see you soon in the next video. So I'll see you then.